So I have for you guys today a bell ringer that's a little longer, and then I'm going to let you work on your project because those are due next week. I believe I put down like November 1st or something, or Friday. Maybe I'll have to check that. But I found a worksheet on some poetic devices because some of those are part of it. Now, this one doesn't include similes or metaphors, but it has things like alliteration and onomatopoeia, things like that. And so, because we'll be getting into some of those things too. So I thought we'd go ahead and do that today as your first activity. And I'll go through the terms with you and open up the worksheet so you can see what it looks like and just take you through the first couple of, or maybe the first exercise. And then I'm going to let you work on that and then your project. Okay. So let's see. So it says I gave you the definitions of the different terms. So we have alliteration, the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words, like Dan Dougal danced delightfully. Okay. Good morning, Zane. We're looking at the start of your bell ringer. And Zane, I'm going to take you through that. Good morning, Cadence. Hey guys, I need to change our start time. The class actually starts at 8:40. I know I had on there 8:45, and I'm going to change that to 8:40 so we can, because otherwise we're losing 5 minutes. And when I originally did that, the schedule, I don't know what I did, but I never changed it. So good morning, Carissa. So I will change that in the Google Meet link so it says be in by 8:40. That still gives you 5 minutes between your first and your second period class. Okay, guys, so as I was telling Madison and then Zane, this is your bell ringer today. I'm going to have, it's a little bit longer than most bell ringers. It's, well, some of the terms you might have an introduction to, most of it should be review. And then so you'll have time to work on this. I want to take you through the definitions and I'll open up the worksheet and we can do the first one together. And then you can work on that and then take time to finish up your project that's due either at the end of the week or on Monday. I need to check on that. So these are all poetic devices, some of which we saw in House on Mango Street. She liked using alliteration, and there was consonants in there too. We just didn't notice it as much, and repetition and the rhyme, and there was a rhythm to how she wrote also. But so let's talk about alliteration. That's the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginnings of words. Okay. Consonants is the repetition of vowel sounds. And that's how rhyming occurs. When you have the same vowel sounds or the same endings to the vowel sounds, that's where we get rhyming. Like the consonants, the repetition of consonant sounds. Oh gosh, guys, like what rhymes with she? She, he, me, we, that, G. She sure is pretty. Okay, even the E at the end of pretty is consonants, the repetition of the vowel sounds. I know it sounds like it should be the repetition of the consonant sounds, but it's, oh, no, that's right. Guys, I may have that wrong. I'm gonna Google this real quick. I may have gotten my consonants and my assonants backwards. That sounds funny, doesn't it? Okay, just a second. I apologize. Oops. Oh, yeah, sorry. I need to fix that. It's not the repetition of vowel sounds. That would be assonance. The repetition of consonants is the repetition of consonant sounds. Why did I not think of that? I apologize. So, guys, I'll have to fix that. Consonants is the repetition of consonant sounds anywhere else in the word, at the beginning and anywhere else, okay? Like when you have maybe a T sound or a D sound in the middle of a word and you keep seeing it, or at the end of a word, that would be consonants, okay? And I will fix this. Onomatopoeia are our sound words, okay? Bang, crackle, hiss, pop, all of those were good words. Repetition is repeating sounds or words. Sometimes in poetry, sometimes in literature, they'll repeat the same words. Just like in a song, you repeat the chorus. It's just simply repetition. And rhythm is a beat pattern in a line of poetry. Think about Dr. Seuss. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Okay, there's consonants, right? Or assonants right there, the repetition of your vowel sounds. All right, there's a rhythm to that. Da 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 da. And there's we look at meter and so forth, but I didn't want to get into that. So there's a rhythm, a beat to it. Okay. So apart from me screwing up the definition of consonants, we understand all of these? You know what? I'm just going to write it on here. Move this here. Wait. Okay. Okay. I'll type it in to fix it later, but okay. So just remember, repetition of consonant sounds in any part of the word. Alliteration is when it's at the beginning of the word. Consonants is when it's at any part of the word, okay? All right, so let's open this up. Oops. Okay. Come on. So what it says is, read the lines of poetry. Slashes represent line breaks. They didn't actually put any slashes in, but they've just done the line breaks, okay? Identify 2 or more poetic techniques being used in each example and write them on the line. There may be more than 2 techniques being used. You are just required to identify 2 of them, okay? In the boxes below, explain each of your answers. So it's the how do you figure. Explain how you got your answer, okay? So here are your possibilities: alliteration, consonants, onomatopoeia, repetition, rhyme, and rhythm. Guys, if you have alliteration, you don't need to put alliteration and consonants. You need to see if there's something else in there too. Or maybe there is consonants also because it's in other parts, okay? So a child sitting under the piano in the boom of the tingling strings and pressing the small poised feet of a mother who smiles as she sings. Okay, so can we identify some of the poetic elements here? Can you tell me? Somebody give me one of them. Onomatopoeia, where? Which one? You're correct, but which one? Boom. Yes, in the boom. Okay, there's onomatopoeia. There's another example of onomatopoeia in there too. Tingling. Boom is better, but tingling would fit too. What's another device? So we've got onomatopoeia. Isn't that a fun word to say? And anybody else? What's another one? How about rhyme, guys? So we have sitting in the boom of the tingling strings, pressing the small poised feet of a mother who smiles as she sings. Those are all examples of rhyme, okay? So we have onomatopoeia and rhyme. All right. So we could also say that it's consonants too. We could call it that as well because the consonants creates the rhyming. Okay. So you've got onomatopoeia. Boom is a sound word. And the rhyme, you have a series of words ending in ing. Okay. Do we get it? How we do this? So you have rhyme and you have onomatopoeia. You've got boom for the onomatopoeia. It's a sound word. For rhyme, you've got a series of words ending in ing, like sitting, tingling, strings, pressing, sings. Okay? So they're all ending in ing. Questions? Shall we do the second one? We can do it too. Click, clack, the hoofs went past. Who takes the dead coach travels fast? All right. Give me an example of one of the, for number 2. Yes, we have rhyme. What else do we have? The rhyming, you've got past and fast. Hey, Charlotte. So we've got past and fast in the rhyming. What else do we have in there besides rhyming? There's onomatopoeia. Click, clack. Yes. There is also repetition. Click, clack. Okay. So you have all 3 things in there. You also have consonants. The click at the end, the click, clack. You have alliteration. Okay. We've got all kinds of things in here, and there's rhythm. There's actually an example of everything in here. So just choose 2 of them in number 2 and write down the examples. Tell us how we got there, okay? Because there is actually an example of every single one in there. I didn't circle rhythm, but there is rhythm, okay? Questions? Charlotte, this is your bell ringer for today. Nope. Okay. All right. So you guys need to finish that. There are 10 altogether. We've done the first one. We started the second one. You just need to pick out which 2 you're going to use. Okay. Because like I said, you don't need to list more than two, just do two of them. And then explain how, explain why. Like I did up here, boom is a sound word, rhyme, there's a series of words ending in ing. Just give me a little explanation like that, okay? Then when you're done with that, you can work on, if you still have time before you have to go to your next class or log into your next class, you can work on your project. Does anybody have any questions about your project? No? Okay. If not, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.